know the new land just over the mountains? That place has a very special kind of magic that I've been dying to get my hooves on, but that same magic protects it. She chuckled to herself. Perhaps if the little creature gets motivated enough. Chrysalis bit her lip. What do you mean, Mother? Arachne grinned mischievously. Chrissy, my darling, would you do your mummy a small favor? She whispered her plan in her daughter's ear, and Chrysalis became sick to her stomach as she listened. Mother, I can't. You must, Arachne demanded. It'll hurt him. If you're going to be queen of the changelings, you must learn not to let your emotions get in your way of power. But how about I make you a deal? If this plan succeeds, and the new land becomes ours, you can do whatever you like with that creature. She tapped her chin. Now that I think about it, that will make our takeover all the more official. She nudged the princess toward the door. Now go, my girl. Make Mummy proud. Arachne opened the door with her magic. Through it, Discord was juggling broken bottles for a group of worker changelings. Chrysalis glanced at him and then back at her mother. She shrunk under a cold stare. There was no use arguing with her mother. She always got her way, no matter what. Chrysalis looked back at Discord and gulped. She slowly approached him, her heart growing heavier with every step she took. The Draconicus smiled when he saw her. Hey, Chrissy! Hey, Chrissy, he explained. What's this? He tossed all the broken balls in the air. When they came down, they were oranges. Chrysalis couldn't help but laugh, but then frowned when she remembered her task. Discord? She squeaked. Yeah? Discord said. The princess looked down at her hooves and rubbed her foreleg awkwardly. You see... She glanced back at her mother, who was standing in just the tower, urging her to continue. Well, she gulped, looking back at Discord. You can't stay here. Sadness swelled up in the young creature's face. You don't want to be here? No, I do. But my mother doesn't. He hung his head. Oh, I see. I'm really sorry. But no, it's okay. He sighed, turning to leave. No one ever wants me around. Wait! She shouted a little too loudly. There is a place you can go. He looked back at her skeptically. What do you mean? She took a deep breath. Just up in the mountains is land of ponies. All types of ponies. Unicorns, earth ponies, and Pegasi. They all live together in harmony and accept each other's differences. You're sort of a pony. They might accept you as well. She choked on her words, knowing that last part wasn't true. The hopeful look on Discord's face made it worse. You really think so? She winced. Yes. What is this land of ponies? They call it... Chrysalis breathed again. Equestria. A small opponent's group followed Lieutenant Bumpus. They passed by a large room that was sealed off with crystallized mucus. Muswell paused and looked at it closely. What's wrong? Scribble asked. That's my room, the prince muttered. Oh, yeah, Bumpus snorted. The queen did that shortly after you left. She didn't want anyone going in there. He continued forward, but Mothball was frozen in place. Scribble lightly took his hoof and dragged him along. You okay? She whispered. He stammered. She just forgot about me. Cast me aside, pretended like I never existed. Just like she did with Bellatrix. Is that all I am to her? Something that can't be replaced? She patted him on the back. Hey, that's probably not true. She paused. Okay, maybe it is. But hey, she called you back, didn't she? Only because she didn't have anyone else. You heard her. She thinks Bellatrix would make a better ruler than me. She just brought me back because I was easy to find. But it's not good. I mean, if we find Bellatrix, you won't have to be king. We can't be together. That's what you want, right? He sighed. I guess. Scribble frowned and let her hoof fall. You guess? What do you mean, you guess? Muffin opened his mouth as he struggled to find an answer. Fortunately, Lieutenant Bumpus came to his rescue. Here we are! Muffin related his surroundings. He was in the lower part of the hive he had never explored before. In front of them was a large circular doorway that had fragments of crystallized mucus decorating the edge. He figured there must have been a barrier there that had recently been blasted through. Hanging from the door was an old black curtain, much like the one that used to conceal Mothball's room. The lieutenant pulled it back to reveal the changeling princess's old chamber. In the center was a black, queen-sized canopy bed that was covered in dust and cobwebs. On the left was a bookshelf, and on the right was a green vanity. The green walls were covered in colorful posters. Her Majesty ordered that this room remain untouched, Bumpus explained. No one's been in here since the princess left. He smiled proudly. Well, good luck. I'll be out here if you need anything else. Uh-huh, Screwball muttered. Well, let's get started. Malcolm nodded dumbly as he followed her into the room. Okay, she said, pointing to the side with the vanity. You take that side, and I'll take this side. He didn't say anything as he complied with her request. He started searching through the vanity while Screwball rummaged through her bookshelf. She wished she read the titles. Check this out. The History of Star Wars the Bearded, Houdini's Great Escapes, The Magician's Hookbook. This Patrick sure was a fan of magic. Mouthful levitated an old green crystal brush out of the drawer. And she sure liked beautifying herself. He examined the hairs on the brush. Huh. Her mane was green. Well, that's a surprise. Look at these posters here. She sure had a crush on Star Wars the Bearded. Mother shrugged. Mother did say she'd try and improve her magic in any way possible. He tilted his head when he came upon a pack of flying cards and a plastic wand. Real magic or not? I've never heard of this guy, Screwball said as she pointed to a poster of a brown unicorn with blue eyes and a brown beard, wearing a green top hat and cape. Oscar the Great? Yeah, probably some amateur magician. Multiple paused as he gazed at all the posters. Screwball noticed and frowned. Hey, what's that? Mother never let me decorate my room, he mumbled. Oh. She tried to think of something comforting to say. Well, she stuttered. Look at it this way. She preserved your room. You mean sealed it off, he muttered. But she didn't destroy it. I mean, she kept this room in decent condition, right? He said nothing, so she decided to look under the bed. Hey, I found something. She used her magic to bring out a gray pony rag doll wearing polka dotted pants. Motto scrunched his nose. What is that? It's a Smarty Pants doll, Scribble declared. Amber Blossom had one of these when she was little. I guess this belonged to Bellatrix. Motto took in his hoofs. He was so confused. Mother had let Bellatrix decorate her room? She had even let her keep a doll? He sniffed it curiously. Mother has touched this. Scribble tilted her head. How can you even tell? I mean, I know you had that super smell and all, but every changeling has a distinct scent. You all smell dried mustard, but with everything else, something else thrown in. How else do you think we were able to tell the difference between male and female? She shrugged. Fair enough. Anyway, royal changelings are a mix of mustard and plumeria. Mother has that. Plus some jasmine is verified that she's female and a hint of sulfur. Ugh! Scribble gagged. Sounds awful. You get used to it. So, what do I smell like? Chocolate milk with a hint of cotton candy. Oh, and there's a bit of strawberries in there somewhere. She blushed. Oh, you. I think I've got about to sit on here, too, he said, inhaling the doll again. But it's very faint. It has been used in so long, and Mother's sin is masking it. Why not try this brush here? Scribble said, summoning the crystal brush covered in green hair. Muffle took the brush and let his nostrils draw in the scent. Mustard. He sniffed again. Plumeria. And again. Jasmine. He inhaled deeper. Burnt toast? She sounds fine, Screwball joked. But it's like Mother said. Even if I have her scent, it would take forever to find her. Do you know any magic that could help us? She shrugged. I could try and summon her, but I've never met this girl, so that would make it harder. I could teleport her to her, but I don't know where she is. Even chaos magic has its limits. Suddenly, a light bulb appeared over her head. I've got it! Auntie Twilight once showed me a spell that can find some pony using something that belongs to that pony. Can you cast it? Muffle asked. She sighed. Unfortunately, finding spells aren't my forte. But if we bring that bird to pt2, maybe she can help us.